Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're having a great week, and welcome to this new video here on Bitcoin. My nose should be better, all right. So we should have less problems this morning with sniffing, etc. I'm not sure what it was, but I think I have some sort of a dust allergy or something. Not sure, but tried a lot of things. Trust me. I've spoken with a lot of subscribers about it as well. But this time, like I said, it should be better. But we'll see. We're going to do a full update on Bitcoin. We're going to talk about two important events I think you need to know about, and just in general what's going on. So that's what we'll do. So let's get right into it. Now, as expected, Bitcoin moved slightly higher. If we do a brief recap of what I said yesterday, is that I thought it was most likely, while I changed my lighting real quick here, I said it was most likely that we would see some more bullish momentum into the main resistance level we have right here between 93 and 91,000. And that's also what we said yesterday in the market update. Yesterday in the middle of the market update though, the stock market was relatively weak, which we'll get to a little bit later. But that's why we had this pullback, but ultimately still moved into resistance. And what I said yesterday is that I thought this resistance level right here would hold, and that we would reject, and that we would drop back down. I still think that's most likely. All right. First of all, I think Bitcoin is actually holding up relatively well against the stock market. As you can see, yesterday the stock market closed relatively positive. And if you don't know why I'm looking at the stock market when we're talking about Bitcoin, Bitcoin is very correlated to the S&P 500. All right, so therefore we have to kind of know what this is doing. And what you can see is that pre-market is actually trading much lower after a relatively strong close yesterday. But then at the same point of time, Bitcoin is actually holding on relatively well. So what that means is that Bitcoin at this point of time seems to be outperforming, at least on the short term, the S&P 500 or stocks. And you can also see, if you take a look at the Coinbase Bitcoin price, that this is occasionally turning into a premium and is at a very low discount. Mostly, which are signs that we're actually seeing some bidding coming in for Bitcoin from Coinbase, which usually is a good sign. Now, the thing is that historically, if you go back into time and you look at all the times that Bitcoin outperformed the S&P 500, first of all, it rarely happens. Second of all, it is almost never sustainable. All right. So therefore, look, even though we are outperforming the stock market right now, the stock market being bearish over the course of today, at least futures being bearish, I still think is one of the reasons why we will reject, even though we're showing relative strength right now. And then outside of that, talking about what you need to know in terms of events, first of all, the least important event is that we have initial jobless claims and continuing jobless claims today. That might provide some volatility for the markets, but I think ultimately that doesn't do that much. But what does matter is the crypto summit tomorrow. All right, and unfortunately, and I do think the crypto summit and what is said there can change the direction. Like, that is the one thing that I think can actually push Bitcoin back above 93,000 into this previous range right here between 100 and 91,000. So it is a possibility, but then we need some very, very bullish news from that. And for now, I think it's more likely that that's going to be a sell the news effect, all right, or a sell the news event. And those reasons are why I still think we will reject. All right, first of all, we have a relatively bearish stock market right now, which technically at least is still really bearish. Then outside of that, tomorrow we have a major event, which could be, depending on the content of the event, could be a catalyst to actually turn bullish. But as it stands right now, I would say it's more likely that that's going to be a sell the news effect. And then outside of that, the entire bullish move we had for Bitcoin has been with, leverage has been fine. Leverage is not that high, to be fair. But the volume has been dropping down with the entire move, which reduces the strength and reduces the validity of the move up. All right, so therefore, I would still say short term it's more likely that we will reject. Like I said, I'll try to keep you updated as well as I can on the summit tomorrow and the content of which, and just in general news around that. But for now, I think that's most likely, and that's what I think you need to know regarding Bitcoin. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.